And we are live. Hey guys, welcome to the number one Wednesday live stream. I see Austin has already graced us with his presence. Dano, in a little early tonight. Much appreciated. Thank you guys for stopping by. It's been a long day. It's been a really long day for me. Well, it's been a long couple of weeks, I guess. New Jersey the week before last. Last week I did a quick live stream from the hotel in Kentucky. And now I'm back home. I did my work week and I'm done for a few days, thankfully. But I've been up since about 3 this morning and it weighs on you. I drove about 4 hours in the car today to and from Columbus because I had to run up there for something. Yeah, that sucked. That sucked a lot. I'm very happy to be home and in chill mode. So, 4 lovely people hanging out. Who knows who the second and third, or the third and fourth people are? We have the beer cam up and running, and I'm going to tell a couple of you that are in here now. I have to select the winner for the what is it? The Tack Life 3/8 ratchet. I have to select the winner for that, and then barring any crazy winter storms, I'm going to go get that to the post office tomorrow. Hopefully, I get a person that's on Instagram and can get me their address quickly. But the topic at hand is these very nice, unique offset wrenches from Michael Pro. And I've showed you guys these before a little bit, and they look really interesting. The boxed end is offset. It's got a very thick handle, and it's got like an angle to it, maybe that 15 degrees or whatever that they're always talking about. But the way it's cut is different. Look at that. It's got that bevel to it. It's just interesting. I think it's going to translate into a pretty good wrench. They are standard. It's an 8-piece set. Now, here's the funny thing. Excuse me. Beer is kicking in already. So here's the funny thing. I got this, and the ratchet set a while back. I told you guys about it. And then I was gone, a lot of that time. So then when I finally got back home, I get back home and there's a package on my doorstep. And I wasn't expecting anything at this point, so I thought that was weird, but I grabbed it and I brought it in. It was addressed to Just Wrench It. I don't know who messed up in the accounting department, but I got another set. So this is great news for you guys, because I had already said I was going to give this away because I'm not going to have the due diligence to be able to really test these wrenches out anytime soon. So I have 2 to give away. So I'm probably going to do it on Instagram, but I'm going to be quiet about it because I'm sure they don't mind. They already sent them to me, but I don't want to let Michael Pro know that somebody messed up and sent me more than I was probably supposed to get. So I have 2 of those now to give away. So I'm going to do the drawing tomorrow morning for the Tack Life 3/8 ratchet. Get a hold of somebody, hopefully get an address quickly, get that out tomorrow. And then I'll do an Instagram giveaway. I'll list one, but I'll choose 2 people, and then we'll get those out to them. Renegade's Garage, finally stopping by to hang out. Appreciate it, sir. How are you, by the way? Up here in Ohio, we got our ass kicked for about a day with a bunch of snow. Maybe about 8 inches. And there's more on the way tomorrow. At some point, I'm hoping my daughter has school because she hasn't had school yet this week. Monday was a holiday. Since when? Since when? When did kids start getting President's Day off? I can vividly remember going to school on President's Day. When did this happen? I don't remember it. At any rate, so she hasn't gone to school at all this week. Monday was a holiday. Tuesday was snow day. Wednesday today, they had the snow cleared, but the school didn't have like their phone lines were out or something, so they didn't have official lines of communication. So that and some other reasons they erred on the side of caution and had them do remote learning from home. So she hasn't had school all week yet. I mean, not real school. So we'll see if she ends up going tomorrow. Just raining. Man, I've been thinking about it a lot here recently. I'm not good though. Oh, what's wrong? What's going on? Talk to me. I'm here. I mean, this ain't exactly Dear Abby, but I'll do what I can. Uh, yeah, I don't like Ohio though. I'll probably, once the kids grow up and they're kind of doing their own thing, I'm pretty sure I'm relocating somewhere where it doesn't snow. I mean, it's nice every once in a while, but it's a huge pain in the ass most of the time and not worth it. I don't think. I mean, I can always travel somewhere where it snows if I want to play with snow. I don't need it every day. Renegade, if you don't want to message me here on such a public forum, that's fine too. You can just get a hold of me on Instagram, man. Call me, whatever. I'll give you my number. We can talk if you got something going on. I'm always here. But yeah, I can't stand the. I mean, I can stand it. It's not that bad. I don't mind driving in it really either. I do a good job over the years. Pretty good. I think I've gotten a wreck because of snow once, and that was probably my own dumb fault for not allowing adequate space and all that. Uh, but yeah, I really don't like the winter weather. Like, it changes your whole commute. If you have a half an hour commute, turns it into 45 minutes, an hour, who knows? Depends on the road conditions, and you don't know what the roads look like 5 miles down the road. You can guess, but oh man, I hate to hear that. Definitely hate to hear that. My daughter has a little bit of a cough, a heavy cough, but no temperature or anything. She's had it for a few days, been giving her cough medicine. Like, no temperature or anything like that. So I think we're okay, but there for a minute I was kind of scratching my head wondering if I was going to have to go make her suffer through a COVID test, because I think they're still, at least where I'm at, they're still doing the damn Q-tip to your brain or whatever. There is a company, oh God, what is it? I want to say it's Tonics. Hold on, I got it pulled up here in my portfolio. Tonics Pharmaceuticals is actually working on a skin COVID test. Now, whether or not they'll get it done in any meaningful amount of time for it to actually do anything, at least this time around, I don't know. But they're working on it. And so I bought some stock in their damn company because if they get that and it's accurate, then it is going to be the default test for COVID, like, bar none. So, uh, not much invested in it, but I got a few shares, so if it skyrockets, I'm on at least the winning team. Uh, yeah, we all try not to complain. I love cough medicine. Hey, Brad. Um, yeah, Renegade. I mean, we try not to complain. A lot of guys, the whole, the whole thing, right? Is men suffer in silence, which sadly is true a lot of the time. I'm not saying we're not assholes. God knows we are. But in a lot of respects, men do kind of suffer in silence a lot of the time. Just, I don't even think it's like ego and like half of the kind of dumb shit that they attribute it to. I just kind of think like it's our nature, like how little men need to really be happy, and the few things that they care about enough to like actually mess with, hobbies and such. It doesn't take much for a guy to really be happy. So I think when like less than happy comes along, like I think we're less likely to bitch about it, especially to other people. Like we might, maybe a few people you're close with, in your daily life or something, but you know a lot of guys tend not to complain about bad situations. I know people that were in like the middle of super depressive, life altering shit, and we're just like, yeah, like it's another day, or whatever have you. And until later you don't find out that somebody's going through something like that, just because they don't, they either think you won't listen, or it's not their place, or whatever their reasoning is. They don't like to complain, for lack of a better word. Oh, Princess Jamie is here. Hello, Princess. Welcome. We're getting off to a slow rolling start tonight. Well, not too slow. Look at the beer. Tonight we are drinking. If you can see it there, you probably can't. How do I... Man, I can never get this down. It's Innis and Gunn. This is a Irish whiskey barrel-aged stout. And Innis and Gunn makes some really good stuff anyway. And I saw this at my local carryout here in Troy, where I live now. And I'm going to say I know the guy that runs it. I know him from there. I know other people that have known him longer, and I've been a patron for a while, so like we get along really well. And like when I always go in there, I mean, he kind of like, I'm not going to say like he necessarily knows my taste, but like I'm always looking to try different stuff. And like when I come in, he's happy to see me, some small talk. And then I straight to, hey, all right, what do we got? What's new? What's different? What's, something that just came in, those kinds of things. I have a special one for later. And I don't know how far I'm going to make it on that one. What is this one? I didn't even look. What's the ABV? Okay, this is 6.1. This I can deal with. The next one is 12.5, I believe. It's from, I think it's Revolution Brewing Company. And it's a limited edition. It's called Death by Cherries. And it's 12.5% alcohol by volume. So I'm excited for that one, as I should be, because 4 beers, 4 of them cost me $36. Let that sink in. but it's limited edition. And it's not one of these like they put it out every year. It's like, as far as we know now, it's the only run. Maybe if it gets really, really popular, but we'll see. Amos Cardoza and says hello to me and the chat, and he says he will be back soon. You're good for that, Amos. You just kind of like duck in, duck out, but it's nice to know that you're, you're up on the stream and paying attention. We definitely appreciate that. I turned down. Oh. I feel like that needs to be talked about, Renegade. I'm sorry. I'm doing my normal thing where I'm bouncing back and forth. Let me see if I can throw up the stream so I can look right here. Renegade's Garage, guys. Everybody listen. Listen. It's important. Renegade's Garage says, I turned down right tools to be an ambassador. Why? I really they must be made by Snap-on. I'm assuming you're talking, what? What are you talking about? I need more explanation. I definitely need explanation on this. Princess Jamie says she finally got power and my house is above 38 degrees. That's a good thing. Aren't a lot of people down there in Texas without power? Yeah, didn't like the fucking wind turbines freeze up or some shit? I mean, I'm sure there were other things. But yeah, I forget that you Texans aren't really equipped for winter weather. We do pretty good. The power companies come by and trim all the trees in the spring to try to, most of them within reason, to try to keep any trees and stuff from falling branches on the power lines, disrupted service. That's common practice up here. I would think you guys would do something similar. But what you had was an ice storm. That's a completely different beast. Last time I remember we had a good one. There were widespread power outages and shit for it was like over a week. I got snowed in where I worked and I ended up working 36 hours before I got to sleep. It was a rough one. Oh, it was a joke about the expense. Okay, well that was a joke, but now I need to know about this Right Tools ambassador program. What's the hang up there? I mean, that's a pretty good company to shill for. As a matter of fact, I've been trying to get, I know COVID and all this dumb shit, but I've been trying to get them to give me a factory tour. And, the COVID and stuff, I can't get them hammered down to give me the go-ahead to do it. I need content, right? I need content. I'm a tool channel without a garage now and no real projects to work on. And it's the dead of winter, so just fuck me all around. I do have a little video I'll be putting out. It's nothing none of you guys probably need to watch necessarily. It's a fan replacement, blower replacement for the Taurus. I did that a while back and I just never turned the video into a video, so I'm gonna have to do that. Good news is it's confirmed and it's working great. I do have another problem though. And this is completely unrelated. The blower was going out, that I'm sure of, but there's been a couple dash light flickers and a few little weird things, probably associated with grounding or something. But a while back, my radio just stopped working, and it's an aftermarket, and he used a wiring harness to run back to the factory amp, so theoretically it should be pretty plug and play. I gotta get in there and try to figure out what's going on with it. Right now the Taurus is buried in about 2 foot of snow on the side of the road thanks to all the happy plow trucks. I ain't even worried about trying to dig it out right now. They just don't have anything I need. I don't want to get free tools just to get free tools. Renegade, it's not about that, right? It's really not. And I'm not I guess I am kind of shilling, but I'm shilling on the side of this is a business. You may not be there yet, and I may not be even a decent example of it, but it is business. You become an ambassador. I mean, we all know, anyone with half a brain knows, if you buy right tools, you're buying something that's made in America, you're buying a quality product with a good name behind it. It's not like you're trying to sell somebody junk. You know, if you do, and if you do get free tools and you don't need them, like somebody else I know, I got 2 of these. If you missed the beginning of the stream, somebody made an error in the mailroom. I got 2. I'm giving away 2. But yeah, just give them away. I mean, do like, you know, use them if you need to do a review and whatnot. And, then, what the hell? Stay in the holder. And then give them away. I mean, who the fuck wouldn't love to get a nice set of right riches? I don't know many people. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, I don't know. It would seem with their prices being higher that the ambassador percentage or compensation or commission or however they refer to it, you would think that that would be mildly decent at the very least, right? Huh. That's interesting. I think Ulsa wanted me a while back. I think they kind of like mentioned it to me at some point when I was in official communication with them. And like I never did anything with it. And then I just saw a thing not too long ago, probably on Instagram, maybe on Facebook, but probably on Instagram, that they're still looking for ambassadors. I know Mr. Bruce L. up in the land of Alberta. He's an ambassador. That Mechanic Link guy. Now, I'm not dogging the guy. I haven't even looked up his YouTube channel. Let me do that real quick. Because I know maybe on Instagram. I'm not on him on Instagram either. Link, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Mechanic Link guy, he's got... What the fuck? He's got 3.46 thousand subscribers, so almost 3,500. Holy fuck! He doesn't have any videos. Not like on there. So how the fuck did he get to 3,000 subs? Or either that or he took them off. He's getting like a sub a day. And he has no content. I'm doing something wrong. Definitely doing something wrong. Apparently he just does like TikTok videos. So let's go back and do a Google search. Mechanic Link. Mechanic Link on Instagram, YouTube. Mechanic Link on TikTok. I see the Ulsa Tools posting him. Okay, here he is on TikTok. Because it seems like that's where all his... Oh! What a shame. I didn't... Oh, did my camera freeze? The beer cam froze. What the fuck? I gotta figure this out. Hold on. You're gonna see some weird stuff real quick. Boom. Da, 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 da. Boom. There we go. I don't know why it does that. I think it's got like a bad connection, and sometimes if I rock the table too much, it fritzes out. Holy fuck! Holy fuck. Okay. Now I don't really do the TikTok, but I guess 500,000 followers has to be pretty good. He's got 500,000 followers on TikTok. And he posts some silly stuff, mostly mechanic stuff, but not all. Like, some of it just looks like silly stuff. So but yeah, I don't know. He seems like the Ryan's Toy World kid grew up and got a job. But props to him. He's in the Ulsa Tools ambassador program. He did like a takeover of their Instagram account for like a day or two and made a bunch of posts. I'm not saying he does bad stuff. I'm not hating on him at all. But, I mean, he definitely more charismatic than I am. But, damn. Like, can you make money on TikTok? I don't think there's a way to, like, monetize it. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. Tools and Trash is really big on all that TikTok shit. Let's ask him. Okay, so what's going on in the chat? Bill Beckett says, I was called by my doctor to be scheduled for the COVID shot. I'm going next week. The wife will be getting one also. The shot, so by that I assume you mean the vaccination. That's like a 2-stage. You get one, and then it's like a month later or something, you get another one. Josh is here, wrenching the bolts. Hey everyone, good to see you, brother. Hope you're well, hope you're warm, and that snow ain't getting to you over there. Oh, backwoods, fake it till you make it. That's how some folks make it. I don't know if I don't have good faking skills, especially right now without having a garage and like actual projects and stuff to work on. It's tough. It is. That, and between you, me, and the 9 people that are watching, I'm holding up pretty well, right? Lots of change in the last few months. Lots of stress. Lots of fuckery just everywhere. I know, Bill, you don't like the cussing. Sorry. But yeah, just lots of that. So I think the fact that I'm still, for the most part, barring work travel, doing the live streams and getting the occasional video, if I can, out, I think I'm doing okay. I'd still like to be doing better, and we'll see where I can get to with that. But, yeah, it's tough. It's like depression's a real thing, and then you look outside, and it's snow and cold and ugly, and it's amazing I'm getting anything done. And I still have a lot to do with the apartment. Get it settled, and, well, I mean, I say that, but, you know, just a few things tucked away and stuff like that. Like, it's stuff that I can put off, so I do put it off. And then I end up traveling for work for almost all of 2 weeks, and, you know, months disappear, and all of a sudden, here we are a little while later, and I'm scratching my head going, I still got stuff in boxes everywhere. What the hell's going on? Oh. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Backwood says he's still doing a job tonight, but I'll be popping in and out. I love it. Backwoods, you do a really good job. Like, I noticed you, I mean, at least on Instagram, uh, like, you do really good, like, photography photo series. Like, if you're working on something, like, you'll get, like, some tools in there, and then you'll get, like, what you're working on, or maybe, prior to the repair or the actual failure, and then like after, once it's fit. Like, I like it. Like, it takes time. Sometimes not everybody scrolls through everything, but if I notice one of yours, I'm a lot more likely to try to scroll through and see all the pictures, because you do good quality. Like, you can tell you care and you're putting thought into it. Oh, what Renegade said, if you have to fake it to make it, I will just delete my channel. Right? That's the thing. That's like what I said. Like, I'm like, now I almost feel like if somebody stumbles upon my channel now, and or, the more recent, whatever, and sees some of my stuff, they're going to be like, this guy can't, like, do shit, or this guy doesn't turn wrenches, or whatever. And I'm like, well, I do, or at least I used to, but life gets in the way and things catch up to you and all that stuff. But so yeah, right now I kind of feel fake in terms of I'm in an apartment in my office shooting videos. It's not ideal by any means. I'll figure it out. I will when I have time to think. I promise. We'll get something going. I've thought about a bunch of stuff and none of it's came to fruition yet, but we'll see. Bill, don't say that. My daughter hasn't been to school all week already. And I promised her that if she gets another snow day tomorrow, because I'm off and I don't have to work, that we will go play in the snow. Probably sledding or something. I will have to find a hill, but yeah, sledding. It sounds like. At the very least. Maybe a snowman in the park, something. YouTube videos are my priority. Good job, Josh. Good. Try to do that. I'm serious. Like, I got work, 4 directions. I got stuff going on in the personal life. My daughter to take care of and organize all of that as best I can. It's and my son, when I get him on the weekends and stuff, and it's like I get days off and I'm like, I gotta do something. Like today, I have to shoot a video or something, and then by like Friday-ish morning at noon, if I haven't got something shot, it ain't getting shot. Like, if I procrastinate, I'll just keep doing it. And so that's what gets me a lot. Like, it's all the little stuff. Yeah. Try to make people happy. Yeah, but don't get caught up in it too much. Try making, the key I think I've found is to try to make yourself happy. And then if other people get happiness from that, then, all well and good, and more power to them and all that. But don't wedge your self-worth on making other people happy. That is a slippery slope. So, my lovely audience, is there any tool news? Anything going on? I'm not reading. and watching videos as much as I should. I've been starting to invest some small amounts of money in the stock market, I think. We've talked a little bit about this a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago now. Slowly continuing to do that. I got to catch up, man. I'm not ready for retirement, and I wanted to retire mildly early, so I got to get on the ball. I'm trading stocks. I'm not doing like day trading and stuff for the most part, but and I know like there's all the like hold out, forever stocks, and you can, just put them in like a 401k and just sit on them for years and hope. But I'm doing right now, at least, I'm doing a mainly short-term gain. So let me tell you what I'm doing. I know this is way the fuck off topic. Sorry, Bill. But, so here goes. This is what I'm doing right now. I had about $1,000. Technically, it was my emergency fund. Dave Ramsey would not approve, if any of you know who that is. So I basically took my emergency fund and I put it in the stock market, was doing a couple things with it. So this is what I do for now until I build up enough capital in there where I can make some substantial trades without using everything I have. This is what I'm doing for now. To build capital, I make smaller plays and stuff, but when I get something that goes up 10, well, not 10, well, I might take 10, but 10 to 20, and if it goes far enough and I haven't already sold, 30, 40, I've had a couple roll to 100%. What I'll do is I take out my original investment. So, for instance, say I bought 10 shares at $1, right? It goes to $1.50. Now we're using round numbers. It's got to work out, how it works out. But so say it goes to $1.50. So I have, let's just assume, easy math. I have 150% of the shares that I did. So now I have 15 shares, right? Because I'll sell, right? And the profit would equal the 5 extra shares. So I pull out my original 10, get my money back, or whatever the equivalent is there. It works out. And then whatever's left, that profit section, I leave whatever few shares that I have in at that, whatever that price point is, and then I just roll that money into another one and try to do the same thing again. And I'm still playing on a very small scale, but it's working. In about probably about 6 weeks, I am, let me see if I can pull it up. I am almost triple. So I started with $1,000 about 6 weeks ago. I now have $2,900 in this one specific portfolio. So I'm trying to roll this thing up to where I can make some bigger plays, build it up, say, I don't know, 10, 15K, something like that, to where I can go, I know this is about to go up 15%, whatever, even if it's not these huge gains that everybody seems to be chasing, even if I can pretty much guarantee that something's going to go up, in a relative short term, 2 to 3 months, whatever, throw like a bigger amount at it so that obviously the gains are bigger. And I'm going to play this thing. I'm not putting a lot of work into it, but I only put something in if I have a good good research and feeling behind the fact that it's going to move a certain way or another. And so far, I'm not going to say everything I've hit has done like super well, but if it doesn't do super well and it's not breaking me, I just don't sell it right away. I'll let it sit and see what happens over a little longer period. But if it does do really well, I had one. This is one of my bigger plays that I just made. I bought 100 shares. They were cheap, but I bought 100 shares, and it went up over double for a short period of time. It did, correct and come back down a bit, but it's still up. And I bought my initial investment back out and kept more than half of those 100 shares are still there, and they're all technically profit, right? Because I pulled out my money that I bought them with. And so what's left in there is profit, and I don't have to touch it. And in the long term, it's supposed to go up even higher, so I can just sit on it. And that's what I do. I'm separating things that I'm like actively watching and trying to like still turn and make a profit on. And then I have a whole nother section of the portfolio that's just the odds and ends shares that I already got my money out of that I just call profit shares. And I just have them sitting there doing whatever it is that they do. And so far, it's working pretty well. We'll see what happens. But I need Tool Talk news and stuff. I will catch up on the chat when I get back. I'm going to go grab another beer and hope it doesn't kill me. Mark C is not here yet. I haven't seen him anyway, which is funny. Because me and him talk a lot now because of the Tool Deals page and some other stuff. So we talk a lot. And yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen him yet. But that is all right. So, do we have any tool news? Snap-on made the new 3/8 impact stubby impact wrench. Huh. Oh, is it? It's new. I would guess, Josh, that's pneumatic, right? They made a new one? I thought they had a stubby 3/8. Oh, impact. Stubby, pneumatic, snap-on. I thought they had one of those. They made a new one? I really like these beer glasses. I got a set of them, like a 6 set. One got broke though, but so I still have most of them. But they're really nice for bottles and cans. I mean, it fills right up to the top, but I just it's something about them I like. I like it better than like the pint glass, maybe because it's skinnier. So. Josh says that about Snap-on. Every time I hit the thumb, it either turns blue or gray, on or off, every stinking time. Yeah, that's what happens when you hit the thumbs up button. Mark C is here. He's just been quiet, sulking in the background. Hi, Mark. Good to see you. Any tool news? Because, like, I know Cobalt hasn't released the cordless brad nailer yet, and people are still pissed. I'm trying to think, but I haven't been up on all my reading and watching all the videos. I'm actually behind on some Brad's Workbench, probably for sure, and Bruce L. I know I'm down on some Bruce. I've seen a couple notifications come through that I haven't watched. Shame on me. yeah, I've not been, I've been off my game, and trying to build up that portfolio a little bit. Here's a guy I work with, and he's young. And I mean, you can take that for what it is. And I don't know his exact situation, but we were all talking about me and one of my other buddies were talking about some trading and different things. So we both do a little bit. And like, I don't know, they must have had some conversations before, but the guy started talking about trading, and he's young. But I don't know what he's got, but it's one of these, like, he didn't want to say what he had, like, things. I asked him what, like, what his average, percentage return was or something, and he wouldn't even answer that. So, I mean, I don't know if that's, him being modest or what, but it sounds like he's got a pretty big portfolio. He claims that he really doesn't need to work, and I mean, the dude's young. So, that's interesting. I've told you guys this for the last year and a half, however long I've been doing these live streams. I'm tired of working. And I'm going to start making the money that I do have work for me. I've seen some of these people, man. Because some of the trading and like the cryptocurrency and shit stuff, I see this guy trading things that are cheap, like a few cents, right? But he's doing like 1 million of them. You hear me, right? Like 1 million. And in 2 hour span, the things bounce up and down, and he's sitting there and talking and bullshitting like I am with you guys, and he's clickety clack. Okay, we're gonna enter in here, click clack. Okay, we're in for 1 million. Give it a half an hour. Okay, we're up 5%. Sell. A little while later, it drops back down. Okay, we're gonna get back in. Clack. Gets in. A little bit later, it goes up another whatever percent, 7, whatever. Okay, click, clack, we're out. He just made 12% on a lot of money. So, I mean, it's just shit like that where you're sitting there watching going like, yeah, taxes are a bitch and all that, but it sounds like you're going to have the free time to do the taxes, right? Once you have like an estimated amount of money, as long as you're not making completely horrible risks, you can kind of do some things with it. Oh. Sell or trade some. Putting together a list of tools that I don't need. I have a whole storage locker of tools I don't, well, not even storage locker, storage unit. A whole storage unit full of stuff that I don't necessarily need, and I want to sell it. I really do. But I know at some point in the hopefully more near future than far, I would have to reacquire a bunch of that stuff. So, trying not to do that. But between the YouTubes and everything, and that's another thing. I don't, I'll have to look into the legality of it, but I haven't pulled any of my YouTube money ever. I think most of you guys know that. I don't even know. Let's see what we're up to. Not much different than probably the last time we looked, because you bastards. Okay, listen to this. You bastards. All of you. I think is that acceptable, Bill? Bastards? Okay, so listen up. I made a community post. I'm gonna switch you over. I think we're gonna lose the candle. We don't even lose the candle cam. I forgot I put that on here. Okay, so anyway, candle cam, beer cam, it's all the same. So here we go. Revenue, right? We're gonna go lifetime just because. Actually, it's been less than a year, so we'll switch that back to a year just so it don't look so stupid. Okay, so that's a year. I've only been monetized for about 6 months right now. So in 6 months, I've made $803. Something. Oh, that's not gonna. Okay, so $803. When I finally do pull this money, I might actually take some of it and do what I'm doing over here with my portfolio, kind of flip flop, try to build up some money for the channel. We'll see. I really want to start just giving away. It'd be easier at this point, just giving away tools. Who wouldn't want to watch a 5-minute video if I was giving shit away? That seems like it would be good. And if I could give away bigger and bigger things. Anyhow, we've talked about that to death too. So check this out. Last 28 days. Check this out. I made a community post the other day, and I asked you people to go watch my old Craftsman Tools video. Okay, the CPM has dropped down. Can we do a time frame? Yeah, okay. So, here's the thing. This is why I did that. Oh, why is it since published? I don't want that. Last 28 days. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. It was just past the last 28 days. Okay, so here's what I was trying to tell you guys. To go watch this fucking video. If I could have got views. If God forbid this wasn't an all but dead video. This is what I'm talking about when I say that YouTube's like a gamble. It's not like a gamble, but it's like it's almost like chance. This video doesn't get a lot of views. Some days it gets literally $0, and that might probably be because it didn't have views, but whatever. So it gets $6. This is not what it makes. This is what it would make per 1,000 views of the video. So on this day, if I would have had 1,000 views, I would have got $11. So if I had 100 views, I get 1/10 of that, right? Like that's the ad rate for the day, and it changes. $5, $0, $9, da 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 da. Fast forward, ooh, there was like a 38 day. That's a good day. That's a really good day. Anything above like 10 or 12 is like astronomical. Look at that. Look at that. For Wednesday, January 20th. One day. Wednesday, January, and I couldn't see this at the time because of the averages it was giving me. Now I'm seeing like the exact date. For one day, I had an ad rate of almost $5,000 per 1,000 views. That means every time somebody watched the video, I would have got $4.85 every time somebody watched this video on that day. I would have got, and there was an ad served to them, I would have got $4.85 ish. That's crazy. I've never heard of that. I've never seen that. Have no idea how, but this is the key. If I could have caught something like that on a video that was actually doing half decent, oh my God, that actually had, can you imagine if that video had 10,000 views? You'd have 50 grand on one video in a day, 2 days, however long it took you to get that amount of views, assuming that it still had that average rate. Look at that. That's nuts. No, I haven't yet, Mark. I'm going to draw the winner tomorrow morning, and barring a crazy snowstorm or anything, and assuming the person gets back to me and gives me their address, I'm going to get it out tomorrow, hopefully after my daughter goes to school. If she doesn't go to school, I'll tag her little happy ass along with me. But yeah, guys, look at that. I promise you, that's not normal. Never seen that happen before. Never, not even for just one day. That ad rate is astronomical. And that's why I think I put what I was seeing at the time was $141 CPM. But now what I know, excuse me, now what I know is that was giving me the data from the average for that period, which is what this was bumping up because it had gotten a few views on that day. Maybe even just one view. I think my estimated revenue on that day was, $533. So probably somebody with YouTube Premium and probably somebody saw an ad. One person. And then like following it, like no ad rate, a few cents. Those are YouTube Premium views. Yeah, I don't know what that was. But apparently at that point in time, you would think, you really would think if YouTube did that, if they gave me that ad rate. Look, even the RPM is like 3,000. Well, that's 2,600. The RPM is per all views, whether they're monetized or not. If you had 1,000 people watch it, this is how much you could expect to make, because not everybody gets an ad. Some people have premium, yada yada yada. But yeah, that's nuts. Like, you would think YouTube would have pushed the video out a little more that day, knowing that they sold ad revenue for that fucking much. Jesus. Bill, I'm giving away a Tac Life 3/8 electric ratchet wrench. Comes with 2 batteries, some standard sockets, a carrying case, a fast charger. I did a video on it a little while back. Also, it was in my 3/8 ratchet teardown and comparison video. It's not a bad ratchet. It's really not. After the teardown, in comparison, I wish there was a little more to the internals, but it's never given me any fits or problems up till now. It's been working well, and I got it to do a video on it, and so I did that video, and I'm not doing a whole ton of wrenching right now, so why not give it to somebody that's actually going to use it? So one of you lucky people are going to get it. All you got to do is go over to my channel on it's actually the teardown video, where I compare the Milwaukee, the Chemo, and the Tac Life 3/8 ratchet. It's the last video I made. And go on there, watch the video if you would be so kind, or not, and just comment on the video. And then tomorrow I'm going to pick a comment, and the winner gets shipped out the ratchet. Also, these Michael Pro 180 degree boxed end wrenches. They're standard. It's an 8-piece set. Very interesting design on them. I've shown them already before, but it's a very interesting 180 degree boxed end. I'm giving away not one, but 2 of those, because somebody made a mistake and sent me 2. So I'm going to give those away shortly. I also have the Master Mechanic drill and the Bauer drill kits with batteries. Half-inch drill on both. I have those to give away, and I'm sure I got other stuff to give away. That I know I got some stuff in storage I was meaning to give away before Christmas, but that never happened. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. I might just switch it up to be just a tool giveaway channel and see how that runs me for about 3 months. God knows I have enough piled up. Anyhow, you guys don't want to see this. Switch back. So yeah, it was really weird. For that one day, And I've heard of, hundreds of dollars and stuff like that, but for that one day to have an ad rate that was so high just seems crazy. I've literally never seen or heard of anyone saying anything like that ever. So it's very strange. Ooh, donating to local businesses. That's a good way. Um, Nobody wants my odds and ends tools, though. Not around here, for sure. It does me a little better, publicity wise and all that, to just go ahead and do it on here. Plus, it's a larger group. Like, I don't mind mailing stuff out. We'll see what happens when I do my taxes, how much of that I actually get to write off, because I did keep my receipts from most of my mailings and tool giveaways and such this year. And I did a video on that toolbox that I bought. So I bought a toolbox, I did a video on it. Some, if not all of that, better be tax deductible. So I still have the receipt on that too. We'll see what happens. At the very least, I should be able to offset most of my profits. Dude, that digital... Where was I? I was at that stupid training last week. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm old school, right? Definitely old school. I used a digital... I mean, I'm not going to say it was like for the first time, but I used one like enough during what we were doing. A digital torque wrench. And this was a proto, first off. And so you would think it's nice. I didn't find it to be that accurate because it doesn't really click or stop you. Like, I mean, even click wrenches don't stop you, but you kind of give, so like that's when you stop pressing, right? These don't do that. So I actually seem to find that the digital torque wrenches are not as accurate, in that there's a lot more room for human error. And the fucking thing's beeping at me. I'm sitting here, what was I doing? 10 inch pounds. 2-finger, like, inch pounds. And torquing down these bolts, and it's beep, 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 beep. Like, it's such a quick transition, I guess, and you don't have that tactile wrist break where the click happens. So I was getting 10, 11, 12, 13, in some cases 14. I mean, it might not sound like much, but I just didn't like it. I mean, it's nice to be able to just press a few buttons and change it, a wide range if you need to. So that aspect is nice, but I'm not a fan. And it was a proto, and it's got your normal stuff, right? Except, like, the handle doesn't move in a contemporary way. Its lock feature was like a slide ring built into, like, the grip. So you had to slide that down. It's spring activated, so, like, if you let go of it, it snaps back into place. So you have to slide that down and turn at the same time. That was the other one. That was the manual. I didn't like that one. I didn't like the digital. Neither one of them were fancy in my book. And they were both proto. I mean, that's high dollar stuff. Yeah, I wasn't impressed with the proto. Either one of them. Digital is nice for, like, when you have a bunch of different stuff to torque, you can quickly switch. But I don't think it's near as accurate. If you're a torque Nazi, you definitely shouldn't be using a digital. You'll get, different results. Now, are those differences going to be detrimental? Most cases, probably no. But again, if you're a torque Nazi, uh, I like click wrenches better. Split beams and the old style beam torque wrenches. Those are really good. But yeah, if you're gonna do a giveaway or something, or I mean, sell it and sell it on, and there's no shame in that either, Renegade. So you get a lot of stuff, or at least you have, that I know of. You get a decent amount of stuff, promo tools and things. If it's genuinely something you don't need, there's two options. You do a giveaway, right? But there's some added cost in there, maybe. Or you can always sell it. You can sell it cheap because you got it, theoretically for free, and kind of maybe recoup some money for the channel, and then, build up a couple of those sales from some of the promotional products, and then buy something else that you want to review, and purchase that with those funds, and repeat process, right? Hopefully, and see how that works out for you. The giveaways are nice. I like it. I'm not gonna say I don't think it quite pays off the way that it maybe used to. Like early in the days when people were really doing like giveaways and things, people seemed like more excited about it. Now all of a sudden, maybe not so much. It's still good to give back to your subscribers, though. It's a nice little thing for them. So, we'll see what happens with that. But that's always one way to go. Once I get back on my game, why is my phone flipping out on me? Is that anything important? No. Oh. Well, I say no. It's Bill. It looks like commenting on my video to get entered into the giveaway. Awesome. Awesome, Bill. Box beam torque wrenches, they serve me well. There's something to be said about that old stuff. If you treat it right, still, I mean, to this day, like, I don't think there's a lot of old tools out there that new tools can't hold a candle to. But everybody thinks they gotta redesign everything. Kills me. It really does. I mean, if you're really gonna upgrade, innovate, change things, make it like genuinely better, then yeah, go ahead, redesign your heart away. But you have something that works. Why mess with it? The only real benefit of the digital torque wrench over the others is the speed and the fact that you don't have to zero it. That's it. Like, you don't have to, turn it back down to zero or whatever to store it. Been thinking about my options a little lately. Think somewhere in the near future, a salary position is going to come up at work. There's some stuff in there, though, that it's not really close to home. I would probably have to relocate to make that a little closer. Nothing too far, but still far enough to be a pain in the ass. And it's pretty much, supervisory. So, more admin, less work. Decent pay increase. I don't know. We'll see what happens when the time comes. I have some competition for it. I mean, there's always other internal candidates, but just in my direct region, there's one other guy that if it wasn't going to go to me and it went to him, I would feel fully confident in his ability to do the job and do it well. And that's not to say anything about the other people. I've seen him work and do some of the admin things that are kind of required and things. And he would make a great supervisor. I think he's been a supervisor in the past in some aspect, in some places that he's worked before. So, yeah, I think that's like maybe a year and a half away. Maybe. We'll see. It'll be interesting. It's a big bump in pay, though. So it's tempting. It's real tempting. And I'm bridging that gap where I'm old and I'm losing all my knowledge. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Xavier says, I wanted to say hi and ask how your night is. My night is good. I am tired. Daddy is tired. But I am very much looking forward to seeing you on Friday, whether there's snow outside or not. So, yes, I can't wait. And it is supposed to be snow tomorrow. So you might not have school. We'll see. But yeah, so that's coming up in maybe like a year and a half. And I'm losing my skills. Like robots, I'll keep most of that. It'll still take me a minute to get back into it if I ever do. The PLC programming and stuff, that's about the same. It'll be a small learning curve to get back on the board, but the more time that passes, the more that I'm losing. We don't even have hard shit to troubleshoot. It's all simple circuits, and failures are few and far between because we're upkeeping the equipment so well. It's rough. Like, I actually feel myself getting dumber working there because there's no high-tech stuff. I start talking about like 3D scanners and 3D vision systems and fully automated robots that do what they do without human intervention, and relatively don't have any errors or collisions or any of that. I mean, feels like a world away from where I came from, and now I'm a glorified pencil pusher and avid wrench turner every now and again. It's upsetting. So that's one of the reasons why I keep steering into the admin side of things. I love you too, Xavier. Now, it is definitely time for young boys to be in bed. It is 9:30, and until the snow falls, you still have school tomorrow. So get some sleep, sir. I'll talk to you soon. Oh, Renegade has to get coffee, which I kind of wonder if that's got to be code for something. He's putting vodka in the Kool-Aid or something. Oh, that's nice. My son stopped by the live stream. My kids don't watch my channel. They think it's cool, but they don't watch it. They say I'm boring and yada yada yada. My son kind of likes the thought of it until it comes time to actually like interface with any of it, and then he just doesn't care. Probably because it's me, and I'm not very over the top. If I was one of these, oh my god, this is the best wrench you're ever gonna need. No, not doing all that. Definitely not doing all that. So like, yeah, all the stuff on the kids side of things is a lot more dramatic, I guess, and I'm not that guy. Maybe one day I'll try it. I tried the funny thing on the Harbor Freight Inside Track Club video, the first one I did, and it didn't turn over really well. Like I'm usually I can be funny, but it's got to be like more spontaneous and just kind of off the cuff. If I'm like planning it out, I seem like rigid and not. It doesn't convey as well. There's a robot following you around the supermarket. Is that the one of those automated floor scrubber things? That's interesting. I did see one of those. Menards had it. It's like your normal floor scrubber, but get that 12% beer, sir. It's not time yet. I gotta finish this one. You see the beer cam? I'm almost there. I will go get it and show it to you, though. Yeah, I seen it at Menards one day. This was a while back. And they had a normal like floor scrubber like we've all seen a million times. It's a slightly smaller one, but it's automated. It does its own thing, and I'm guessing it's got sensors and like a Roomba where it, the anti-collision stuff built in. But they still have to have an associate walk next to the damn thing. I guess it's like a manual override or safety or, whatever. So what's the fucking point? Sorry, Bill. What's the point if you're going to automate this thing to run around the store, then do it while the store's closed or something, right? Or something. Like, why you got... If you don't want to pay someone to sit on it and go around... So, excuse me. So now you're going to pay someone to walk next to it. I mean, I guess at least they're burning calories. I don't understand what the point of that is. But yeah, they have somebody walk next to their automated floor scrubber. I hope so, Bill, because like I said, my technical analysis is getting worse. I don't pick up a meter very often. I'm not. It's kind of bad. I got to kind of design something today, but I wasn't given all the right stuff, and timelines being what they are, I had to like make it work, and I was so upset with the final product. I left it in the hands of one of my other techs. I had to go run traveling for my job, and I left it in his hands and, built him a prototype basically and said, all right, copy this and do this and yada, yada, yada. But it's not right. It's so far from right. And we'll fix it eventually. But for now, they just want it up and running. So it's a simple, like, 110 to 24 volt light switch kind of thing. But it's like literally hodgepodge together. Because they, being people that aren't technical, said they bought all the parts it needed. It was a kit. Because a kit fits every application you're ever going to need, right? So it didn't have enough wiring in it for the distance we needed to run it. It didn't have a junction box for the 110 connection. There were all kinds of inherent problems. And I am very displeased with what I had to do to get it to work. I mean, it's still safe, and it's up and out of the way. I mean, nobody's in harm's way or anything, but it's just not right. And that pains me. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab this 12% beer, see how long I can last. Okay, so beer cam being what it is, here we are. This is If it's not going to focus on it. There we go. Kind of. Revolution Brewing Company out of Chicago. Death by Cherries. It's a limited edition. 12.5% alcohol by volume. We'll see. We'll see how we do. Looking like most people are out. Well, Renegade's back. But it's looking like most people are dropping out, and that's fine. No problems there. A lot of people in Texas don't have power, as Jamie was talking about earlier, so probably won't see Brad tonight. I know last week he got a hold of me right after I killed the live stream, and he was like, "What? You're not going live tonight?" And I was like, "Well, actually, I did. You just missed it." And he was upset by that, but I'm sure he survived. I will say this too. A buddy of mine, he's stopped by the chat a few times, and the last while, and he's here local to me, obviously, and I'm guessing here based on the work that I'm seeing from him, he must have gotten a 3D. Or not 3D, a CNC machine for wood, because he's making like signs and things, and other stuff, but American flag, engravings into wood, and sports teams logos, even though you're not supposed to do that, and all that stuff. And he's doing like a really good job. The finish on them and everything is top notch, and so it's kind of along the lines of some of the stuff that Brad's doing. I think Brad has maybe a little more woodworking knowledge and does like some of the custom epoxy stuff and different things. It's just a different kind of side of the same token, but he makes some pretty cool looking fucking signs. So that's interesting. I like everybody in their damn side hustles. One of the guys I work with, not one of the techs, but one of the Amazon people, I got it sitting over yonder. I'll grab it, because why not? Buddy of mine wrote his first book. This is Says the Loving Partner by Randall T. Gill. It's a relationship guide to keep the spark and love in all relationships. It's a little, he's like a self-help, not necessarily self-help, like motivational speaker and things. So like, it's along those kind of lines. It's relationship advice and stuff, but it's his first book. And he self-published on Amazon. They do have that ability. You have to buy the, what's it called? IBSN. You have to buy the IBSN, which is like the official listing of the barcode for print or whatever it is. So you have to buy that. But he bought that. He self-published his own first book. And he's a good dude. I watch some of his videos and things that he does. Try to support him. Bought the book, obviously. It's good stuff. Haven't got to read a whole lot of it yet, but I mean, it's in depth and it's thorough. And it's not even like a novel. It's more like I guess like chapter based, but then like it's like small stuff. Like each page has like what it needs. It's not like he just like sat in here fluffing stuff up for like the sake of the page count or anything. It's like a lot of thought went into it, and he only put in the stuff that needs, and then you take those lessons and informations and run with them. But it's pretty good, and I'm really proud of it. I like people and all their side hustles. Like my one buddy that's trading a bunch and apparently is doing really well with it. And this guy's doing motivational speaking and writing books, and me, I'm sitting here talking to you guys. I mean, this is not necessarily quite as lucrative, but you get the idea behind the YouTube video and some of the monetization and things on there. I mean, you almost need to have some kind of a side hustle in today's age just to kind of like get a leg up on something, right? Your keypad has a mind of its own. It's all right. The one thing that I hate about phones, the auto capitalization and everything. They did that, and now, and the auto, like the spelling corrections and all that, I guess autocorrect and things. If I'm typing on a keyboard, I look like I'm a 12-year-old because I don't really capitalize. I mean, I don't write letters and shit. I mean, I can type decently fast, but I don't shift and apostrophe and comma and all that stuff when I'm supposed to. So, like, I wouldn't even say I'm like intermediate. I think I'm like 25, 30 words per minute, which is fast enough to get some stuff done, but it's not going to be perfect. And there's a lot of words that apparently I don't know how to spell anymore. So there's that. I do got to give a big shout out to Mark C. What? Amway? Oh, Jesus. I don't know. My mom, back in, let's find out. I'm looking. Holy shit. They still exist. They have an energy drink, nutrition products, personal care, home care. Seems like they're pushing an energy drink, a sparkling water energy drink, pretty hard. Nutrients, essential oils. I mean, they've gone the way of, some things. But yeah. So, yeah, they're doing all that stuff. They still exist though. And yeah, let's see. In the product line, they have weight management, vitamins, supplements, sports nutrition, energy drinks, skincare, makeup, fragrance, artistry, beauty app. So they have an application for your phone. Bath and body care, hair care, oral care, air treatment, cookware, dishes, disinfectant, laundry, surface cleaners, water treatment. Yeah, so they're still doing their thing, man. Amway is alive and kicking. Okay, Mark. Well, if you're not going to ask, the reason why I asked that is because, or why I actually looked is because a long time ago, my mom was thinking about attempting to get into some of that. And that's one of the things that I don't really like about modern networking, because at some point somewhere, and it got worse and worse over time, but at some point somewhere somebody figured out that word of mouth is the best advertisement. So they were like, well, you quit trying to sell to strangers and just sell to all the people you know. And that has been the rise of influencers and all this stuff and Instagram models. And oh my God, I can smell the cherries. Oh boy. That's the other thing I love about this glass. It is with a perfect pour right to the lid or lip of the glass. Oh boy, this is. Oh. Oh. Woof. Oh, this might be the death of me. Oh, that's strong. Yeah, we're gonna sip on that one. Woo. It's an imperial stout with apparently just a shit ton of cherries. And it's aged in bourbon barrels, which is commonplace now, but the cherry, oh, cherry definitely comes through. They are not lying. 12 and a half. It's a good thing there's only a couple of you in here, because stream's about to go downhill. At least now I don't have to play 80s music, right? Why is my phone going off? Yeah, Bill's comment. I'll get to that. Oh, I got permission. Okay, well, check out this permission that I got. So I get permission from Apache Pine to use my ad. But, like, the last official communication that I got from them was, I'm like, hey man, like, what's going on with this? Like, can I use this ad or not? Like, is this acceptable or whatever? And the guy goes, I still haven't heard anything back yet, but, and I quote, but I don't see why not. So whoever is in charge of their social media division or whatever answered that. So I'm like, okay, I guess it's good. So probably the blower video, I think it'll go well in, because parts of them were shot in the same location, so it might fit into that one. So maybe I'll get off my ass and make that video tomorrow and put that out. I need content. I really do. And I mean, that's the problem with me, is I can't really justify making content for the sake of making content. You know what I mean? Like, I need something to do or to talk about. And Harbor Freight doesn't make any coupons anymore. Not that I ever did coupon videos, but SOL there, right? Some people are losing their damn minds about that no coupon thing. They're flipping out. They're angry. Now back to that shout out. What shout out? What are you talking about? Was I supposed to give somebody a shout out? You? I was talking about you when I didn't even know you were here. That's the best kind of shout out ever. Tool sales and deals page is doing pretty well. I will say, I don't know what the hell happened. I expected January to be kind of lackluster, right? Because it always is. But I have not seen like any real super hot buys and things. Maybe it's just, COVID and like a slow year. I don't know, after the holidays. But usually by now I would see some pretty decent sales and stuff returning. I haven't seen that. But then again, too, on the Amazon side, which is where I find most of my heavily discounted stuff, we are not hurting at all for sales. So, but a lot of that is still up to the individual seller, so it's a kind of weird situation. But yeah, there just doesn't seem to be as much, or at least not as much of the good stuff. At least not right now. Like, I try not to post crap to the tool sales and deals page. And by crap, I'm not saying, this brand is necessarily bad. But if I don't think it's a substantial deal or something that we don't see on a regular basis, I'll post it. If it's kind of run of the mill or it's not that great of a deal, I won't post it. There's been tons of stuff. Like, I post maybe 5% of, now probably not even 5% of the stuff that I see and find. I comb through that stuff very heavily for the tool sales and deals page. So I'm not saying the other guys don't do a great job. I'm just saying if you see me post something, it's usually got, at the very least, a really good promo code. Sometimes, and most of the time, a promo code and a coupon applied at the same time. Not necessarily on Struggleville's level, where like I find like stuff that's like $5 where it should be 15 or 20. Those are really hard to find. I'm not saying they're impossible, but it's tough. But I do find some pretty good deals from time to time, and when I do, I post them. But I try not to like, again, post stuff for the sake of posting or make videos for the sake of making videos. I don't, That's just me. I mean, I think it comes across as less genuine, and then it's almost, I think it's almost insulting to the audience, right? Like a little bit. It depends. Ooh, that one almost went down wrong. God, that's strong. It's not the alcohol strong. It's the cherry, and it's not even in a bad way. The flavor's good. It's just you got that thick like stout beer, and then rush of cherry like the whole way down. It's almost insulting to like the viewers or supporters, of the channel or the tool sales and deals page that you would just make stuff for the sake of making it. Like somebody like Tools and Trash, he can do a few minute video on set of pliers, groove joint, water pump, whatever you're talking about, and he's entertaining enough and informative enough, I guess, in that time to make like it okay. And it requires like little to no work, and he's still using like a lot of these tools at work on a relatively daily basis. So like anyone who really knows anything about him knows that he's actually using them and stuff. Like right now, if I come on here and I tell you these wrenches are like the best flipping wrenches that are out there, and oh my god, you need this 180 degree offset boxed in, from these wrenches from Michael Pro and yada 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 yada. Anyone who knows anything about the channel is gonna know I haven't really done much with them, so I can't in good faith make a video about them that states anything about their use if I really haven't used them. And my intent was to attempt to try, but then I'm not supposed to take tools into work, and I don't use them that often anyway. Granted, I would love to. I think they'd be awesome. I'm not supposed to take them in. What I might do is order some for work, because I can order whatever I want, and we're so far behind or below budget, like not much raises suspicion. So that's nice. But yeah, I might actually order some for work. That's a good idea. I should order some for work. I'm going to do that on Sunday when I go in. But yeah, I can't in good faith say that I've been using them and they're great wrenches or whatever because I haven't used them. The other day at work, we got a FLIR thermal imaging camera like a little handheld. This thing's expensive, but it's nice. It's so nice. I love the thermal imaging cameras for finding hot spots and things. At my last job, we had lots of fires in the ducting system. And so facilities and sometimes us, we're running around. We smell fire or, smoldering or whatever, but we can't see it because it's in the ducts. So, like, we would be running around trying to figure out where it was by looking at the ducts and stuff. It was always, we had a ton of ducts, air return for the weld shop. So it was kind of fun. Sometimes it'd take a while. Sometimes we'd never really find it and the smell would go away and we'd just be like, okay, like, hope something doesn't burn down. That's a good point. Wait a minute. Would you retract? Bell's Brewery has a good cherry stout. Yeah, Bell's makes a lot of good stuff. I like their Oberon. Every summer when that comes out, I buy a mini keg of it. I love Oberon. It's so good. They are interesting wrenches, Renegade, and your happy behind might be the one to actually get one of them. I'm giving them away. The 3/8 ratchet set, I want to give that away. I really do, but it's just too nice. And I know how that sounds. It's just too nice, and I don't want to break up the set. The sockets, I will say, are not labeled as Michael Pro, so obviously I'm sure all of this is being made by some third party. But the ratchet is just, I've never seen a flex head like this. I'm sure they're out there, but I've never seen one with the paw and teeth the way that this has it, and so many positions. It's like, I think I counted it like 16 positions in the 180 degree flex head. It's locking. It locks very well. It's nice. It's really nice. I like the ratchet for sure. Yeah, so Backwoods and Renegade are already heavy contenders. I'm probably going to do an Instagram giveaway. I'll make sure that it goes out to the right people, and then I will randomly select 2 people from the 5 people that actually comment. My Instagram's been pretty dead lately without a lot of projects or influx of tools or things. Yeah, unfortunately. Shameless plug for the Facebook Tool Sales and Deals group. I don't think you have to be that worried about that because Bill, if I recall, is not on Facebook, and Backwoods, I don't know if you're already on there or not, Backwoods, but we have a Facebook Tool Sales and Deals page. It's a group, and we post tool sales and deals as we find them. Sometimes they're higher quality stuff, sometimes maybe they're lower quality stuff, but usually it's at some form of discount that we try to keep somewhere above 25%, especially with Harbor Freight's coupons going out the window. People are looking for cheap tools, and sometimes there's some really good stuff on there too. So if you want to head over there and become one of the, we're on the far side of 2K. I know, like 2,200 or something. We had one guy complain because we use Amazon affiliate links a lot. I'm not gonna say always, but a lot. And or at least that's what I set it up for. That's predominantly where I look. It's just what I know and what's easy for me. I do post other things. It's just, more rare, I guess, for me. But one guy pointed that out and started crying or something. And I think he took I don't know, maybe about 50 people with him when he started bitching and moaning. So, yay. But yeah, we're still on the up climb. We're still getting people every day. I mean, we're big enough to get scammers to come into our group, so we have to be doing something right. It's Renegade. Renegade's not on Facebook. Probably Bill, too, I guess. And it's alright. You're not missing nothing. I mean, there for a while, I was trying to post them. I started posting them to my Facebook page, the Just Wrench It page. Still, I don't have that many people on there. My Facebook, which there's not much going on there. I think I think I messed up and I set it up as a page, and now they kind of like think I'm a business. It calls me an automotive repair shop, but basically I just, I post some other stuff occasionally and some of the live stream notifications and things, but like mainly it's like the videos and stuff. Like, it's just another way to, I guess, follow me. I only have 314 people following the page, and only 289 people like the page. So, I mean, it's not bad. I don't care. But yeah, I mean, there's not much there. It's not like people are posting their own stuff to my page. Like, nobody does that. So, it's pretty basic. If there is a way to monetize Facebook, I don't know about it, and I probably don't care. I was only on here because, like, they say you want to, like, be on all the social media platforms, and I thought it'd just be kind of easy to create the page. It hasn't really helped me, at least in any kind of real YouTube growth. None of my videos, like, really get shared, and if they do, nobody cares. Like, I feel like shares, they're real weird, man. Like, sometimes they might actually work and, like, take off if you have something really good, but, like, 9 times out of 10, nobody cares about what you're sharing. They just don't. I mean, unless you're a mechanic and you got a bunch of mechanic friends and you share a mechanic thing, then yeah, maybe it'll do alright. But just in general, nobody cares about the thing that you shared unless it's like funny stuff, humor. Like, everybody wants to laugh, everything's burning to the ground and everything's screwed, so we all need that kind of distraction. So the funny stuff and things like that do really well, but like informative or any of that, not really do it. Bill Beckett, thank you, sir, for hanging out. I want you to have a good night. I appreciate it more than you know, you hanging out. And I will make a community post on YouTube when I do the Instagram giveaway. And maybe, depending on how that goes, maybe I'll try to pull one of the winners from there for people that may not be on Instagram. So we'll see. See what I can do there. And I will say, Backwoods, it was not very hard. And Renegade, if you're still creeping around, it was not very hard to get these tools from Michael Pro. I messaged them asking them about decorations for the YouTube studio, which almost everybody let me down. I still have some t-shirts to hang, but I'm moving some of the rooms around. Not this one specifically as far as like to another room, but I do have some rearranging and stuff that I want to do. Maybe that'll get done this week. But when I do that, some of the t-shirts and stuff are going to go up on the wall as decorations. So also Tools, Tools and Trash, Brad's Workbench. I know I have his shirt. I actually wear that one. And the Tools and Trash shirt. But anyhow, so some of the shirts are going up on the wall. I had messaged Michael Pro asking them if they had any decorations, and they sent me tools. So if that's any indication, it wasn't very hard to get stuff from them. I don't think they have a lot of ambassadors or anybody kind of like in their corner. There's me and there's Autobahn Dan. That's it. That's the only people I've seen talk about Michael Pro. So if you reach out to them, oh, you messaged them, but they ignored you? Give it time. It took them a while to get back to me. It really did. Like, I think they got back to me, probably they were like one of the last few to actually reply. It took a while, and then, you know, they said they'd send me a package, but it wasn't decorations. Plus, I think they're kind of in between right now. I think they're in between like some of their initial, or we'll call them initial product. And I think they're doing kind of like not a repurposing, but, you know, they're coming out with some new stuff and trying to increase kind of their offerings. So I think that probably plays into it a little bit. They're probably kind of busy and have some of that to deal with. Mark, you got to reach out to people, man. And I mean, I don't know what you want to do. Make some videos. I don't care if it's on finance, if it's on how to drive a nail straight. I mean, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're into. Movies, video games. Maybe not so much movies, but like there's ways to monetize all of this stuff. It is work and it's a pain, but if you can get somewhere, if you can get to like a level, it's all over. Like, honestly, knowing what I know now, I could probably start another channel tomorrow on a completely different topic and make it much bigger, much faster than this channel even. It's just like I would say I got stuck in the car community and tool community, but it's in my heart. That's where I like to be, is working on stuff and doing things. So this kind of is where I want to be. Like, I could do videos on finance and stocks, or, you know, I don't know, other random stuff, and probably do better than I'm doing on this. But this is what I like. So I guess I have like some form of passion for it. So no, yeah, that was the other thing. I want to give a shout out to Mark for pissing off a lot of people in the tool sales group by posting a deal on Yankee Candle, and I actually fucking bought one from his link. So yeah, I bought a candle because it was like what, 30% off or something, maybe even more than that, like 40%. I didn't pay that much for this big ass candle, and it's a lemon lavender, and I was kind of iffy on it, but you really do smell the lemon. It's very interesting. So big shout out to Mark for trying to make a meme and actually producing a sale for Amazon. Alright guys, well, everybody's pretty much dwindled. There's a couple of us hanging out backwoods trying to get some free wrenches. Very admirable, much wow, and we'll see what happens. Like I was telling Bill earlier before he ducked out, I might actually do like a community post on YouTube and, you know, comment below, yada yada yada, for one of them, and then maybe do the other one on Instagram to kind of balance it out, because a lot of guys aren't on Instagram. I don't know what's up with some of these old mechanics. You think they would have free time sitting on their hands, but they're not signing up. And that's one of the reasons why I like haven't joined like TikTok. Like, not that I would ever you know, no. But, like, it's just not the kind of stuff I feel like most people are doing. If you're a mechanic on TikTok and you're making TikTok videos, like, I kind of question some things. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I question them. It's a little weird. I'm sure it works for some people, like Mechanic Link or whatever. That's great, but that just seems weird to me. Nah, I'm good. But I'm gonna call it quits here. It's rounding about. We did a good couple of hours. It's not like my garage live streams where I just get drunk and sit in the cold. Use the beer to keep me warm. It's not like that anymore, at least for the current point in time. So there will be some stuff coming out soon. I'll try to get that video finished tomorrow with the advertisement. I still got to get that other advertisement out, but I don't even have video to put it on. But yes, stuff coming out, tools being giveaway, the electric Tack Life 3/8 ratchet tomorrow morning. Comment on the video. I think all of you that are in here already are. And yeah, so we're going to do that, and we're going to call it quits here until at least next week. I will see you guys later. I appreciate the 4 of you hanging out this long and sticking it out to the end. Much appreciated. And I will talk to you guys soon.